So we'll preheat the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how hot your oven can get. Don't forget to like and subscribe.